We can pay 3 mana, so they need literally negate or they're getting hit by this. And with this, I think we will go with what, 7 cards? Seems about right. You know what? We are the aggro deck right now. So they will have some issue because we will play Mirror for now. We probably will lose the game and it's uncounterable, so everything is fine for our opponent, right? They're winning the game. Or maybe. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today it will be a good day on the arena, because we will show that Mindsplice Apparatus can still do some magic in Standard, and we will prove it. And also, we will rob them, we'll scrutiny them, we'll counter their spells and destroy their creatures, leave nothing behind. It will be a good Dimir day, and I think you will have a blast. Man, we will have triple Mindsplice Apparatus in some of the games, so it has to be epic. So guys, we will go into the gameplay, but before we go there, I want to say a huge thank you to our absolute legend for today, our veteran on the channel, Western Sentinel. Thank you always, man, for all this positivity, all those amazing comments during all this time. So yeah, I hope that you are enjoying the channel. So thank you for your support, and I hope like this is the best way to celebrate. Like Mindsplice Dimir control, it has to be something. So I hope you will like it, and let's go into the games and enjoy our day. We're going first, and it could be a bit of a slow hand. However, let's start with River, because we actually might be forced to go Disfigure turn 1. Alright, Golgari, sure. So we are on our way to get 3 steps ahead into Mindsplice Apparatus, so we don't have... oh man, the bat. Go away. Go away. Stop messing with my cool hands, alright? Man, I'm so happy I had this figure in this hand. This completely changed the game, because they would take counter spell, which means we wouldn't be able to counter their next play, and that would mean we cannot set up Mindsplice Apparatus. So this actually means so much. Man, this bat could win the game. So yeah, that's why we play removal. Alright? Huh. I mean, it's not like we're countering it. So we have to... oh man, I think we have to get rid of the robbery. Or... like, come on, it has to be robbery, right? I want my deck more than theirs. At least right now. Unfortunately, they see it, so that's the problem. And they will have to pressure us on this next turn, because they know that otherwise we are dropping Mindsplice Apparatus. This is unfortunate that they know about it, because they would completely not play into open mana so easily, especially if anything scary, so we could... you know what, I'll take it. The snails are actually okay. Fancy Jerome. Love it. Alright, this is something we can absolutely drop. Really? Really? That's how you roll? So if we drop Mindsplice Apparatus, they go with Silver Scrutiny. And but then we have a counter, or you know what? Sure. Sure, you know what? Do your wars with your bats and your snails and your butchering of my cool hand that is all about playing cool, fun cards that draw me more cards that are also cool. And that's why we kinda went with this. Alright. Alright. So right now our opponent needs to start pressuring, but they only have 3 bro, I'm not reacting to this. No way. We have enough deadly cover-ups removal that we will kill this bat very quickly, and they cannot do anything meaningful before we get there. So that... what a coincidence, you know? Just a random haywire. Alright, we have to counter it, otherwise we lose Mindsplice Apparatus. Here we go, see? So, do you think they actually play a full anti-artifact removal deck? Because I think for some reason they actually do. Like, that means we need this into this, because we will lose... oh my god, like... we have to. We have to deliver... I'm 100% sure they will remove Apparatus somehow. Alright, you know what? I love to be wrong here. I love to be wrong. Because that means we clear the board, and our opponent is in the pickle. You know what? We can play Verge as well. Then we go this for 3 mana, because if you didn't know, Deadly Cover-Up is 3 mana sweeper. And now we can go for Silver Scrutiny on 2 already, if they try to discard it in some way. But we have 2... yeah, I think we won. Man, that was such a clutch situation, but we perfectly navigated it by this one single mana. If we counter the bat, I think we would lose. Sure, bro. Do your worst. Do your worst. We don't have black mana, by the way. 4 damage. I'll be honest, this is something. Like, they can actually try to kill us with double cottage. We know that that's everything, so let's go. Yeah, let's go for this. Because we can use robbery. Man, look at this. Look at this. And now we can abuse the fact that our opponent is so greedy. 4 Verge, double River, nothing else during the whole game. Just Shuffler things, you know, just Shuffler is so fine. And we are crushing it anyway. So normally your opponent is relying with this strategy on you not drawing removal. So if you draw removal, you can absolutely punish it super hard. They took all the risk, and it's all countered by this. And I'm going for it. Even though I could just, oh my god. We can go 3 steps ahead. And copy the Mindsplice Apparatus. Sure. Oh my god, this would be so cool. We copy this, and that will add to our robbery. And we also draw 2 lands, because that's how we roll. However, island is 4 black mana. Believe or not, this is how islands work. Oh man, this could be the biggest robbery ever. I'm actually dropping Mindsplice Apparatus. I should play robbery. Oh no, I will have to play this, right? Because I need to... Like, I will just go for the fraud from them. Oh, let's see how brave they are. They are going for it. They think they can win the game like this. Alright. Okay, I'll go with this one because I think it's so funny. So we go 5 and 5. So we go 9 cards. One of them will be a removal. Here you go, with your own cards. And he won't like it. He will scoop. He will scoop. At this point, man, this is just anti-artifact deck, basically. Alright, I'm over-saying it, but you get the idea. So, our opponent likes stuff. Demolition Fields are here, but we don't need them. So first, we go with Lily. And you know what? If we are going big with Mindsplice Apparatus, we are going big with Mindsplice Apparatus. And we are going with, like, we don't have cards in the hand. As you can clearly see, there's nothing happening in our hand. And here's our Haywire Might. Honestly, our opponent doesn't have chance, especially that if we draw any kind of X card, this is insanely good for them, but it won't be enough. If we draw any X card, we just, man, draw half of our deck or half of their deck. Yep, yeah, this is how we roll today. And an island, or a land, of course. So we play this, we go with plus, we will kill our opponent with their own cards. Shelly, Glissa, as you know, all mana-based instant and sorceries. And now they need to do... By the way, we have literally the same creatures. Glissa and Sheoldred. So they need to play their stuff, and we can start -2 on Lydiana. And every turn we can draw a game-winning card instantly, but at some point we will. Even this is actually insanely good. Oh man, no, I can... Can I take this hand? It's so bad. Double Deadly Cover-Up is basically 6-drop, which means that you can play it so late in the game that it's another game already. I will try, because there is a chance this is a normal deck, not an aggro, and this is an aggro deck, unfortunately. Alright, drawing removal, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. Verge. I kinda need lands. I need a lot of stuff. I need also Mindsplice Apparatus. So we need to draw this land, Mindsplice Apparatus, and something that gives us card advantage like Silver Scrutiny. And from there I think we can recover completely. But we need to draw all of those things. If you see Front Portal, this is an aggro deck. Here's the Challenger. Our opponent is indeed good at magic. They have creatures, they play them. And we need to kill it now. I guess Edict is really good against their deck because it goes around hexproof. So I think there is a chance I should go for the fraud, but they can go mouse into, you know, something else, 1-2 drop. And then Edict is still bad, you know? So I think it's not worth the risk. Alright, so we know exactly that right now they don't have white mana to protect it. So now we know that we can kill it. They can pump it with Monstrous Rage up to 3 toughness. Do they? I think they weren't aware that Monstrous Rage doesn't save it. They're still learning their deck, you know, after months and probably years of playing Mono Red. So here's the Scavenger, extremely powerful card, but we are on 4 mana and we know that we'll hit our 5th mana on curve. So I think we're actually getting into a very nice spot here. I cannot believe it, we actually fully recovered. Like, we probably are 2 turns before the game kinda, you know, solves itself. And we'll know if we are the winner or our opponent is winner. They need to tap, so they have the hexproof thingy. This is a really good counter spell target. I would love to draw more cards, but the fact that... So if I remove this, they pump it with hexproof and they still get the card. In this case, they don't really get any scavenger power, they don't get a new card, and I think it's worth it because they tapped most of their mana for this. So, you know, it's kinda okay. Robbery is a nice draw. We will probably cast it just to hit lands, because we want to get to 7 and Virtue, and that's probably how we close it. By the way, they are paying a lot of life for Portal. I think this is the turn for the Robbery. And this is not too much damage, and they cannot go around Deadly Cover-Up because we are not targeting anything. And with Robber, yeah, we will have 5 out of 6, so we cannot evidence. As you can see, this is not too much damage because they are trying to lowball their plays, they try to protect creatures, and we are basically using our full mana to punish them for it. And they have we can hit a creature into Shelter by Ghosts, so sometimes we can even try to hit, you know, removal from in this way. Alright. I mean, we can play the aggro deck, I guess. With this, we can actually go for, you know, Deadly Cover-Up evidence thing, if we hit it right. This is a 7th land. I will take it. That's a weird play. I normally don't do those things, but here it actually makes sense. I could try to use Hero. So we could try to win this. So I can go Hero into Feather of Flight and then keep Monsters. You know what? We are the aggro deck right now. I cannot believe this. I will actually be the aggro of this game. And we know how to play those decks better than they do. So they will have some issue because we will play Mirror for now. So I could target it, but the trigger of +1/+1 is already here, so it doesn't trigger again, so this will be to toughness. However, they just exposed themselves and suddenly they lost their creature. And here's your damage, just to send the message. Now they need to find another creature. If they don't have it, they are falling extremely behind. And we still have 2 removal spells, and we know that next turn is Virtue of Persistence. So they're going a bit wider here. That will probably force our Deadly Cover-Up. What do we exile from the deck? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. But we will exile something. It has to be important. So we sweep, we pay 5 mana to answer 4-drop. And that is also a 2-drop, and it gives card advantage naturally. I honestly think it's Challenger. It's extremely good card. Yeah, let's go with Challenger, because it hits our face instantly. They only have 1 more card. Creature, sorry. Alright, they have Hexproof. As you can see, they had it all the time. From start. So they will play this into Shelter by Ghost, probably. I think we can actually Deadly Cover-Up it. Ethereal Armor. Okay. I wonder if they... No, because they will tap then. So we have to do the thing, right? If I go Virtue of Persistence, they can kill us from this setup. And we'll of course evidence, because it's fun. And by the way, because we left perfectly the 1 extra converted mana cost in the graveyard, now we have 5+1, and thanks to this we can go evidence again. I'm not sure what exactly we'll get rid of. We're at 16, so I don't think Hero is a big issue. I honestly think it's Mouse, because we used our sweeper, so we don't want 2 creatures in 1. You want to get rid of their creatures so they have only bad draws. Look at this, so they only have the Sellsword, Scavenger, and Mouse. And that's it. The rest of the cards in the whole deck are non-creatures and non-relevant. So they have actually very low chance of drawing anything. That is good. And we have Virtue of Persistence, we have Fountainport, so we should be ahead. Yep, and as you can see, they are starting to whiff right now. Because they don't have the stuff that they want. So we will start playing their creatures. If they hit... Yeah, I think they might scoop very soon. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Just smoked aggro from the morning. They felt so good about this shock play, and they lost their main creature thanks to this. Because we were, cautious about playing into the hexproof. You can basically assume they always have it, and it will be great. So I like the fact that our opponent analyzed the situation, checked their outs, and they realized there are no outs. And that's correct decision to scoop to us. Let's see this. We are on the draw, but we have Disfigure into Long Goodbye, so that's always pretty nice. Mindsplice. Alright, thank you. With this, I'm feeling so much better about this hand. But I'm not sure what we're playing against. Fountainport Mono... Oh, this is such a perfect draw. We don't want to show that we have a Demolition Field, because that might change their strategy. They might really rely on this Fountainport to provide pressure, so we tap so they sneak something. Oh no, they got mana screw. Not like this. So at Dance Step we'll hit them with Demolition Field. We will get probably a Swamp. Oh no, the Arena game strikes again. However, we also don't have the next land, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see. We will help them recover. If they are two-color deck, we'll help them. We'll help them. Maybe they will get the hand of their dreams soon. But I still need to also draw a land, so we are both waiting for a land, basically. And I will get a black one. So Verge is activated. They have something. That means Edict. Oh no, this is a discard. Oh no, we are indeed so much better at... Okay, if they don't do anything meaningful on this turn, they lost. And if they do something meaningful, they lost. Because even Liliana is not something we care about. And here it starts. The absolute onslaught for our opponent. We can Long Goodbye this, and they won't like, man, this is... I feel nearly bad. But I'm also extremely excited to play Mindsplice Apparatus and win the game. So the game already is over. They have zero chance of winning this. They will try to attack. We will destroy this, and that is so slow for them that at the end of the game it actually won't matter. Especially that they didn't even untap with this, because we did it during their turn, so they need to wait full turn just to start doing this stuff. And now we can 3 steps ahead into drawing cards. Which means that we are getting the value from the Mindsplice. As you can see, we are starting to hit our mother load. And it will never stop. It will never stop. It only gets worse, so we can go for Robbery for 4, 6 already cards. But honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth it. Their deck is not very good, alright? They want to draw those extra cards. Alright. You convinced me. Let's both draw from your deck, my friend. Oh, yes. Oh, double duress. This is as good as it gets. And this is huge. Like, we can discard literally 3 cards from their hand. And the lands we have stolen are actually the most important part. So let's duress, see exactly what they play. So Liliana. I don't really care about Edict. Do they have creatures? Bloodletter, but it's so slow. They will probably play the Bloodletter and will remove it very easily. Yeah, let's play the Slash. I guess it goes back to their side, but we have Deadly Cover-Up, so we don't actually super care. We don't actually super care. And I want the 3 steps ahead anyway. Man, we have so many options here. If we don't mess it up, our opponent has no way of coming back from this. We probably want to keep Robberies, the next ones, to just mill them. Because that's how we will win. We probably want to drop another Mindsplice Apparatus so it scales faster. Oh, a cut down is nice. That allows more plays for them. Sure, they got it. They absolutely got it. And it's smart, because it goes back to them because they are the owner. However, that means no Bloodletter, and they still take the damage from the Unholy Annex, and the damage won't really matter. But the most important part is that we stack our counters, while also not really losing anything. Let's get more. And those swamps from their deck are so important here. They have Duress. They didn't play one. I don't think they will probably play too many of them. But we could draw all the cards if we want. But let's start with this. This is just better. We have 6. So let's exile everything. And what do we get rid of? Was there something? I honestly will get rid of Duress. I don't want to see it in our game anymore. And they have Steel 2, because they play 4. Unholy. Oh, they have Tenacity. Nice. Love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. Without Duress, they cannot interrupt our hand very well. And this is always too slow. You know what? We are the Duress player right now. I don't care about removal, but Geek's Command is something that gives them, you know, more cards, so let's make sure that it doesn't happen. Yep, so they will play Bloodletter because they don't really have a choice. We can keep removing them for multiple turns, and then we finally draw with Silver Scrutiny, hit Robbery, and go from there. Yep, here we go. That's the first one. We kill it. I could even kill this one, but it doesn't matter. We draw a card. And we can actually use the fish. It will help. You know, we can block something with it, so they need additional play. And with this, I think we will go with, what, 7 cards? Seems about right. Yeah, man, we don't pay too much mana for all of those cards. Let's play a single land that we got. And do I want to drop it? Not yet. Not yet. We'll discard stuff. Sure. I mean, why not? How many cards do we have? Oh my god, 10? That's a lot. Alright, I'm dropping it. And we need to take 1 damage. So the tapper knows how to tap. Correct. So now we need to discard less. Deadly Cover-Up and 1 Silver Scrutiny, because we are so overflowing with value that we don't need anything. A single robber would do. And now we double scale the Mindsplice Apparatus so we can faster mill them. Here's the Bloodletter. As you can see, not a big deal. So we basically trade 1 mana for their full turn. That's why we can make so many additional plays. And now we go with this one. That's the last mana we were saving. Then we can go with the bat and try to mess with their hand. We can even counterspell the other removal if they have only 1. Yep, like there's nothing they can do about this. I told you, moment we hit Mindsplice Apparatus and we untapped, they lost the game super hard. I mean, at least we have Edict for this, so maybe we can just cheat our value here. What can you do? What can you do? Just they're better at Magic than us. If we miss the land, I'm conceding because there's literally no point in playing. 2 lands from the top. Alright, I mean, we are getting this, so there might be a small chance. Man, we are already mana screwed against Jace that already is trying to mill us, so this is as rough start as it gets. Alright, we got to 4. You know what? With this there is a small chance. I think we missed only 1 or 2 turns, right? So we are super behind, but is this possible? And they have Fountainport. The problem is they will probably have Soul Partition. Here we go. And now they need to answer it. If they cannot, I think we can still recover. They have Season, but they have tapped land. Alright, so that's some. Alright, we are starting to do stuff right now. I'm not sure if this will be good enough. Of course, this is the second mana screw. As expected. I cannot play Robber into the open mana, I know. And I honestly think I don't want to play Mindsplice Apparatus because if they have Season of Borrow, they can double target it. And I actually don't care about the fish, they do not matter. Because we use Deadly Cover-Up for 2 mana at some point and we have control over the game. Alright. What about this one? They will counter it probably, but it's fine. Oh, if they don't counter it, it actually stacks, like we have ways to use both of them. And, yep, the removal is absolutely wasted here. Legit? Absolutely legit. Oh my god, do I really rob them just to hit my lands? Are we really in this situation? I really think we are. Oh man, this is the most awkward game ever played, and I think we are still winning it. Because we go 2, 2, and 1. All of our oil counters. We play 4 robberies, so that's why we can kinda waste the first one. And those are 5 cards that will be useful at some point. Especially lands. Like, if we can start playing lands, we should be absolutely golden, because we can use so much mana. Yeah, okay, and they lost. With this untap, they lost, because they lost all the pressure. We can completely ignore what they are doing. We also... Oh, we don't have basic yet. Let's play this one still. I think this is a good start. We still have a robber open, and this mitigates some of the damage. They can go with Fountainport, deny Virtue, that's fine. That is fine, because that means they cannot contribute to fish, which means that they will be way slower, and every turn we are scaling like crazy. Like, they need to get rid of both of those Mindsplice Apparatuses. And they still have 2 mana open, so I don't think I'm casting anything into it. So what do we need right now to completely, like, overtake the game? Counter spells. If we draw like 1, 2, or 3, we are completely in control over this game. Because they play Jace, so they still want to mill us. We have 3 more robberies outside... Oh, like this is the first one, so 2 more robberies in the deck. Sure. They are not very aggressive, so even with Whale, they play well, so as we know, it's not something they can really do. Another Mindsplice Apparatus. They cannot go 3 steps ahead with the kicker, just because it's too expensive. And if we can get all of this mana, the robbery for 2 mana will be completely devastating. And you know, all the other plays as well. And those fish are not enough pressure. I actually think we go with this, because I actually need to start doing a little bit better cards. And we have 2 mana into 3 to pay for no more lies. And nope, we need the good cards. Alright, triple Mindsplice Apparatus game. Man, remember how rough it started? I honestly wanted to concede at that point. So we can already steal, what, 8 cards from their deck. I think that should... Unless they have Negate in the deck, they cannot counter this. We can deadly cover up, so we are at 8, we deadly cover up. I think it's okay. So let's go 4, 3, and here's 1. 8 new cards, and we still have double robber in the deck, and 4 Silver Scrutinies. Yeah, with this we can steal so many counter spells as well. We can pay 3 mana, so they need literally Negate or they are getting hit by this. We draw basically all of the lands, and like 3 out of those cards are non-lands, but it still was enough. And man, that's crazy how much this game reversed. I honestly thought after the early game we have no chance. I'm rolling the matchup. If that's aggro, we lost. If that's non-aggro, we won. Alright, we won. So... yeah, that's how we will play, because our opponent is actually playing a normal deck, so that means we'll be able to play our cards. So yeah, if that was aggro on the play with no removal, this is auto loss, like 100%, there is nothing you can do because you don't have removal. So double reef, alright. We need to start playing blue mana, because we want to start playing those 3 steps ahead if we can. This is kinda important. No Demolition Field. So, alright, so the main idea for the mid-game is to sneak this into the battlefield. If we can do it, this should be really good. But we need to sneak the Mindsplice Apparatus while they are tapped. And it won't be easy. It won't be easy. I don't think they will play into the Flood Maw. Do you think they are considering Drake? Man, I would love them to play anything, because then I counter and I drop Mindsplice and then we go from there. But unfortunately they won't play like this probably. Yep. We have decent cards, in all honesty. Alright, so Fountainport, I really hope Fountainport will get them to tap at some point, and then we can start, you know, making some interesting plays. They also cannot attack with Reef because of our Edict. So the idea is that I will keep probably, you know, I will highlight it, so they are prepared, we are doing it. So I hope they will think, well, I will fall behind like this. And it doesn't work. I honestly want to draw cards so much here. because I need to keep playing lands. If I fall behind on lands, this is really bad. So I will risk it. That's not the play I want to make. This is a bad play, but because I'm bad at Magic and I didn't draw land for the next turn, I have to do it because otherwise I'm falling behind. That's very good. This is as good as it gets. Alright, let's see. So they don't have removal, they don't have Edict, sorry. They might have a counter spell, we wouldn't know. In this situation we wouldn't know. Do we want to risk it? They didn't go for this 2 extra mana, so I think they must have something, right? But we have double Mindsplice Apparatus, so we can risk it. Alright, so I think they were preparing removal and not a counter spell, that's why they didn't pay. And now they are in a pickle, because I think they don't have way to remove this. And as you can see, they completely changed the gameplay. Right now they decided, alright, I'm going all in, like the game is over. And they are correct. And that's why we play Edicts, by the way. Can I draw land? Thank you. Man, this is my birthday. We are going Edict, and we will probably sacrifice a Planeswalker. That's my guess for this turn. I might be wrong. Alright, we will lose to, the Reef right now, but it's fine, because we'll draw removal in time. Because it's super slow, and they need to tap their whole hand for this. Cavern of Oh, they're already excruciating with uncounterable stuff. Alright, you know what? You are right. Probably it will go well, right? Because they are excruciating, we probably will lose the game, and it's uncounterable, so everything is fine for our opponent, right? They're winning the game. Or maybe they helped us mill themselves. You have, what, 6 cards? Let's go for 6 maybe. Here you go. And here's your excruciator. Oh, that was the most... Did you notice how completely the game changed after we played Mindsplice Apparatus? They went all in, just rolled their plan and hope maybe it will work, and that was the correct call. Well, I hope you missed Mindsplice Apparatus decks and we satisfied your hunger with today's video. And honestly, Mindsplice Apparatus decks are always, for me, like the most enjoyable ones, because once you drop it, once you untap, like the game is completely different and you have so much control over the game. Basically, every card you use is absolutely OP, and you are basically playing from behind, but with absolutely OP cards. So it's the fun gameplay of this time. So I always enjoy it, and I hope it will be the same for you. Before we talk more about the decks, as always, huge thank you to our amazing patrons that allow, shenanigans every single day, and I hope with our decks, Standard is a bit more interesting and fresh place. And thank you guys for allowing this to happen and supporting the channel, so, we can go further into our journey. So thank you for that, and if you ever wanted to join Patreon, check out the perks, you can be part of the channel's history, and also get decks faster than everyone else, so, a pretty good deal. And honestly, with this deck, I think, this is a very dicey type of deck, right? So if you hit everything right, it's perfect. However, Mindsplice Apparatus on the draw just feels super slow, so sometimes you will have those games when you are like, oh no, I'm on the draw, I have Mindsplice Apparatus, single piece of removal, and I will get overrun. There's always a question of how many deadly cover-ups and how many Eclipse works. I've been trying different versions for this deck, and first I went with Eclipse, then I started seeing bigger creatures, then I went back with Deadly Cover-Up, and in the end I think we have to just go with Spot Removal for those early games creatures and Deadly Cover-Up for this final sweeper, because even the aggro decks can go above 2 toughness very easily, so it's hard to rely on this, especially if this is your main sweeper. If you have 3 counters on Mindsplice Apparatus, Deadly Cover-Up is the same cost as Malicious Eclipse, so in the late game, they are kind of the same, but this sweeps everything and it also extracts cards, and you have seen that even against aggro decks, we can completely mess their draws. If we exile 7 creatures or something from their deck, they actually have half the chance of drawing creatures for the rest of the game, and that makes a difference. So yeah, and I actually needed to up the robberies because I was trying on 3, and I could never draw them. I could never draw them. And sometimes you will cast this first robbery for like 3 to 5 because you need this one extra part of value so you can start playing more lands, you know, get some removal, some creature, something to trade against your opponent's cards. And then the second robber is the main one. So you need a bit more so we can hit them. We're kinda heavy on the scrutiny and robbery, but it worked for me. When I played less, I just couldn't hit them during the whole game, like in 30 cards or something. So yeah, I hope it will work for you, and see you guys tomorrow.
With